All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about how to absolutely crush social media marketing in, well, one of the most exciting and tricky digital markets on earth, Dubai. Think of this as your secret weapon, your ROI playbook for 2026. So let's start with a big question, maybe one that's kept you up at night. Why do so many social media strategies just fizzle out in Dubai? You know the feeling, right? You launch a campaign that killed it everywhere else, but in Dubai, crickets. What is going on? Before we answer that why, you need to understand this one number, 99%. That is the internet penetration rate in the UAE. Think about that. It's not just a connected market. It's completely blanketed. Everyone is online. The opportunity is absolutely massive, but so is the noise. You're fighting for attention in a very, very crowded room. And here's the answer. It's simple, but it's everything. It's a market with its own rules. Your global playbook? You can pretty much toss it out the window here. Dubai's digital world isn't a carbon copy of the US or Europe. It has its own rhythm, its own culture, its own user habits. The bottom line, you absolutely have to have a Dubai-specific strategy. Okay, so that brings us to our first deep dive. Let's call it the Dubai Digital Maze. Because to win, you've got to understand how to navigate it. We need to really get inside the head of the Dubai social media user. So, what does this user look like? Let's break it down. First up, they're glued to their phones. 92% have a mobile-only experience. Your fancy desktop website? Honestly, it's pretty much an afterthought. Second, they're not reading, they're watching. A massive 75% of engagement happens on video. Third, and this is huge, language matters. 40% are primarily Arabic speakers. If you're only pushing content in English, you're missing almost half the conversation. And finally, and this is the best part, they're not just browsing, they're buying. A whopping 65% make purchases because of what they see on social media. All right, now that we know who we're talking to, let's get to the good stuff, the actual playbook. This is where we talk about where to put your money to get the absolute best bang for your buck. For 2026, you really need to focus on the big three. Each one has a very specific job to do for your brand. You've got Instagram, which is still the king of engagement. Then there's TikTok, your rocket ship for going viral. And if you're in B2B, look no further than LinkedIn. It's in a league of its own. Let's dig into the strategy for each one. Let's start with Instagram. The strategy here is not complicated, it is dead simple. Reels, reels, and more reels. Get this, they're responsible for a staggering 85% of all engagement. If you're not pumping out 4 to 7 reels every single week, you might as well be invisible. Now for your ads, don't even think about single images. Carousel ads get you a 40% better cost per click. You combine that with Instagram shopping, and boom, you've built a sales machine right inside the app. So what does that look like in terms of your budget? Well, here's the formula. The biggest piece of the pie, a full 40%, should go straight into boosting your reels. Then 30% on this workhorse carousel ads. You'll want to use 20% for stories to create that fear of missing out, and save a critical 10% for working with influencers. And let me be clear, this isn't just a random guess. This is a proven, data-driven blueprint for getting a return. Next up, TikTok, the discovery engine. The name of the game here is constant short-form video. But the real cheat code? It's micro-influencers. These guys deliver an insane 5 to 8 times your money back compared to those mega celebrities. Plus, the ads are cheaper. So if you're trying to make your budget stretch, TikTok is an absolute goldmine. Okay, for all my B2B folks out there, listen up. LinkedIn is your playground. This is where the big deals get done. Your focus needs to be on thought leadership, specifically native video. It gets 5 times more engagement. And here's a real game changer. Get your employees involved. An employee advocacy program can skyrocket your organic reach by 200, even 300%. The best part? The leads you get on LinkedIn are the actual decision makers, and they convert at a rate that's 3 to 4 times higher. It's about quality over quantity. So we've got the platform playbooks down, but how do you go from good to unbeatable? This is where we talk about the 3 smart multipliers, the things that will pour gasoline on the fire. And what are they? Simple. AI optimization, influencer trust, and the big one, cultural connection. First up, AI. And look, this isn't some futuristic sci-fi stuff. This is a real tool you need to be using now. AI can test your ads, find the perfect audience for you, and even write copy variations automatically. What does that actually mean for you? It means a 20 to 35% drop in your ad costs. It's the definition of working smarter, not harder. Okay, let's talk influencers. And this chart says it all. See that tiny bar on the left? That's your return from a mega influencer. Maybe you break even. Now look at the bar on the right. That's a micro influencer, somebody with a smaller but super engaged, super trusting audience. They're delivering a 4 to 8x return on your money. The lesson here is crystal clear. In Dubai, authentic trust in a niche beats a giant follower count hands down every single day. And that brings us to our third multiplier, cultural connection, which is perfectly captured right here. Read that. Arabic language content commands 60 to 80% higher engagement. This isn't a suggestion, it's a mandate. It's a massive performance boost just waiting for you. But, and this is a huge but, it has to be perfect, native-level Arabic. Please do not just run your English copy through Google Translate. You will do more harm than good. Okay, strategy, check. Multipliers, check. But none of it matters if we can't prove it's working, right? So this last part is all about turning those clicks into cold, hard cash. It's about measuring what actually matters. I want you to forget about likes, forget about followers. Those are vanity metrics. The only number that truly matters for your bottom line is your return on ad spend, ROAS. It's so simple. For every single dollar you spend on an ad, how many dollars do you get back in sales? That's it. So what number should you be aiming for? What's the magic number? It's this, 3 to 1. That's your baseline for a healthy, successful campaign in Dubai. Every dollar you put in should bring at least $3 back out. This number is your North Star. It's what you measure everything against. And when you put it all together, this is the prize. When you nail the platform strategy, you use those smart multipliers, and you stay laser-focused on your ROAS, this is what's possible. The brands that are doing it right are seeing a 3 to 5 times improvement in their overall ROI. That's the real-world result of a smart, culturally aware Dubai strategy. So, I'll leave you with this one thought. This playbook isn't a secret anymore. Your sharpest competitors, they're already running with these ideas. They're already doing this. So the only question left is, what's your first move going to be?